Hello, everybody. It's Cindy here with Stampin' Chick Creations. If you are new, welcome. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I have been one for almost 19 years, and I live in Brigden, Ontario, Canada. So if you're new, hello and welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm so excited to be here. It is Monday, which can only mean one thing, which is Magical Monday. So, I see we have a couple people hopping on, so as you hop on, say hello so that I know that you're here. And yeah, I hope everybody got the measurements okay and got their cardstock cut and ready to go. Hello, Beverly. Hello, Linda. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy you're here. So yeah, so I don't know what the weather's like where you folks are, but here I had a workshop this morning and it kind of looked a little bit snowy, but not a lot at all. And I had to go pick up my daughter from school. Hi, Diane. I had to pick up my daughter from school at 2:20, and as I went to go get in the car, my car was like kind of like icy, and I thought, well, that can't possibly be freezing rain. Hi, Paula. And yeah, freezing rain. And then my son came in and said, "Are you going over to the studio tonight?" And I said, "Yes." He said, "Well, be careful because it's really, really icy because we had freezing rain." And I don't remember seeing freezing rain in the forecast anywhere. So, sure enough, my car was completely iced over when I went to go get in it tonight. So, it is not good weather by any means. So, I am grateful that you are all here with me tonight, staying nice and warm and safe. And you're going to craft with me tonight. So, I'm super excited. So yeah, and I guess the temperature is supposed to get up into the plus digits on Wednesday. So it's no wonder I'm confused as to what's going on. Is it snowing? Is it raining? Is it summer? Is it winter? Like, who knows anymore, right? All right, so I see we have some people. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm just going to adjust my camera a little bit. So just so you know, hi, Shirley. I do have a new video going live on Wednesday. So Wednesday is the day that I drop new videos, generally. That's my goal anyway, is to drop a new video every Wednesday. So be sure to check that one out as well and comment throughout the video. They are hi Marlon, they are 3 fancy folds this week using new products. So I'm so excited about that. So, what else do I want to tell you? February classes are up and ready to go. So, get registering for those because a couple of them are already halfway full. So, if you are looking for a spot, do not wait because I cannot accept late registrations. Shipping has been a little bit interesting as of late. So, I'm not going to risk anything. I'm going to be ordering product as soon as I can. All right. Let's go. So tonight's card is similar to last week's card in the sense that it's simple but elegant. I'm excited about this one. I didn't actually finish my first attempt at the card because I kind of was like, yeah, I like it. And so we're going to make 3, or I'm going to make 3 tonight. You can make as many as you want. So before I get started, how many of us are watching and how many of us are playing with me tonight? Just so I kind of know what we've got going on out there. Okay, so just comment playing, watching, and that way I have an idea. It's always nice for me to know if there's a lot of people crafting along with me, then I will go a little bit slower. Hi, Lynn and Janet. And if everybody's just watching, then I can just zip along and crafting, believe it or not. Yoo-hoo! Yay! Paula says she's watching. Okay, perfect. All right, so here we go. I told you that you needed a card base that was 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. Okay, playing. Okay, perfect. Watching. So we have both. That's fantastic. We're doing a little bit of everything. A little bit slower last week was too fast. Okay, good. Okay, good. That's exactly the feedback that I'm looking for because on my end, I feel like I'm going really slow and I never know what it's like on your end. So that's awesome. That's really great feedback. All right. So your card base is a standard card base, 8.5 by 5.5, and you're going to score it at 4.25. Don't look at mine because I'm using scraps out of my bin that I have a pre-cut cardstock. So mine actually is 4.25 by 11, scored at 5.5. Doesn't matter, same thing. It's all going to work out lovely. This card will just be a landscape card instead of a portrait card. Okay. And then I have, this is the oddball one where I'm doing Fleur de Flamingo. I think I told you in the instructions that you wanted this to be white. You could have had it being white. This one I'm going to use Fleur de Flamingo because I feel like it matches my paper nicer. The other two I am using, I totally lied. One I'm using white and the other one I'm using colored as well. Doesn't matter. It's not going to change your card. And these are your samples, remember. Okay? All right. So here we go. So we've got our Fleur de Flamingo. So what size is this? Did I say 4 by 5.25? So standard, right? This will be the same size if you're putting it on the inside. 4 by 5.25, okay? And then I told you needed 3 pieces of Designer Series paper that were 1.5 by 3.75. Now, this is the free celebration paper that I think I used it last week, maybe. I actually didn't even realize I had it. I kept seeing all these beautiful videos with people using this paper, and I'm like, where is that paper? And I was like, I need to get that paper. And then I realized I have this paper. So it actually is a little bit deceiving because it's foil on the one side and then it's more Valentine-ish on this side. So I had a workshop today with some phenomenal ladies and I was showing them this paper. And they said, yeah, it kind of does look Valentine-ish, doesn't it? I said, it does, but some of it you could use for non-Valentine. And then I told you an element of some kind is what you would need, right? So I have actually gone ahead. I'm going to probably be doing more of this. This is just my little tip for you. I'm going to go to the dollar store and I'm going to get an acrylic organizer. So when I get it, I'll take a picture of it and I'll show it to you. But I'm going to start pre-cutting some of my shapes and I'm going to keep it in my acrylic organizer so that it will save me some time when I'm sitting to craft because I have to stop, get up, go die cut, etc. So I'm just going to start doing that as a little tip to see if that helps me at all. All right, so step number 1. What are we doing here? Step number 1, I want you to take your 4 by 5.25 piece and you're going to adhere it onto the front of your card like you would normally. Okay, nothing special. Just go ahead and put your 4 by 5.25 piece onto the front of your card. So the ladies today were using Tombow and they loved it and realized that you need very little Tombow to keep your card together, which is really awesome. So you do not need to lather your cards in adhesive to make them stick, especially with the liquid. What happens is if you use too much liquid glue, your card gets really wet and it starts to curl and it does all sorts of really weird things. And then it looks kind of like a preschooler did it, to be quite honest, because it's so wet. All right, I'm just clean off my glass mat. Now, we have some very big decisions to make. Okay? If you're using Stampin' Up! Designer Series paper, you need to decide what side are you going to display and what side are you not going to display. So what does that mean? So I'm going to pick 2 of these to use this side. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and 3 is what I'm going to do here. Now, I guess I should have said, if you want to emboss this piece, you can. Hi, Kathy. Oh, hi, Joanne and Becky and Sharon and Pamela. Oh, sorry, those just all popped up all at once. So if you want to emboss this piece, you can. I'm not embossing any of mine because A, I don't know that they really need it. And B, my embossing machine is in the other room still because I have not had a chance to move it into my room here. So we are going to place these in the center of your card. Okay, now this kind of probably looks a little bit weird on camera. Well, first of all, because my camera is crooked. How about that, number one? And number two, because the lines, they're probably messing with you a little bit. So I'm deciding to bring these in a little bit tighter, but you can actually space these out more so that there's more space in between these two pieces here, which actually maybe I will do that. Totally up to you. If you want to bring them in a little bit tighter like this, you can. If you want to space them out a little bit more like that, you can. Okay? So what I would suggest at this point is once you have your spacing figured out, I would suggest that you start to glue A and B. Okay? So 1 and 2, just kind of glue those down first, and then you can do your center. Now, I know some people would say, no, I want to do the center and then the other two. You absolutely can. The reason I say to do it this way is because then you can actually make sure that you have enough of the right spacing on either side here. Right? Because if you do this piece, then you're going to have to make these work. Or if this isn't centered, right? So this way, if you have these two set, you're good. Okay? So let me go. It breaks my heart to actually cover up these hearts, to be quite honest, because I love them. I love the fact that the one side of this paper is foil and the other side isn't. So if you're using anything with a foil on it like this, it does take just an extra second to dry. Okay, so just be sure you're being patient with your paper. Words are very hard for me today. I don't know why. I'm very, very tired. I had a great day, but I'm very, very tired. Okay, so I've got A and B done. Now I'm going to do my centerpiece. I'm going to put that about there. So if you're using Tombow, you have a... my paper's moving on me. Do you see that? You have a second to let this, to move this around. If you're using a tape runner, once she's down, right? So, okay. So this is going to be your first... I don't know what's happening. Hang on a second. Hang on. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. I'm just going to move this. This seems very crooked to me. Okay, my daughter's having a fit. Because the dog just ate her $300 pair of shoes. Good times. All right. So now at this point, we're going to pick an element. So when I say element, this is what I mean. I mean your focal point. Okay. So this has something on it, I think, but this essentially should go here. Really. This one I may end up having to do a little bit different because the pattern on it is pretty loud. I might just do this one. You know, I always start with the card that I don't like the first, right? Okay. So I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm just going to tell my daughter I'm on my video so she can, like, leave me alone. Because the fact that she left her shoes by the door for the dog to eat is really not my problem when she knows that the dog will eat the shoes. So, all right. Okay, I am using my glass mat. So glass mat is only available January, February with the starter kit. I know there's people asking if it's going to be available afterwards, and I'm not sure. They haven't not let on yet if there is or not, if there will be or not be enough left over. Okay, so I'm going to use Love You More, and this is coming from the Heartfelt Hello stamp set. It's got a glare on it, my apologies. And this is one of the free stamp sets you can get for Celebration. Okay. I'm just going to stamp straight down. Oh, my red is not very red right now. All right, where is my card? I feel like this needs something. I don't like this card. Friends, I don't like it. Okay, we're going to go with this one. Because we know that my first one is always the one that we always tend to not love. I had a huge pack of dimensionals sitting here. Oh, I can just use this. Let me see here. Okay. Do you see how simple this card is? Now, my next card, I will probably bring these pieces in closer so you can see the difference. Okay? All right. Is everybody still with me? It's really weird when there's nobody else to talk to. You feel like you're talking to yourself, like, yeah. Okay. All right. Here we go. Have I lost you guys? Oh, look. Sorry, I could not see all those comments. Hello, there's my sister. There's Colleen. Maybe some ribbon. I think, you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. You know what? It's funny you say that, Janet. I'm going to take this off for a second. Don't anybody have a panic because I just took that off. I'm going to put some tear and tape on here. I'm going to use this gold cord. I'm not even sure that it's still available. I think it is, but honestly, I don't know. I just said to my daughter, on video, and she's like, okay. Well, you know, these sometimes are hard life lessons that we need to learn. Especially after I told her, don't leave your shoes by the front door because the dog will eat them. Does anybody else have that happen to them when you advise your kids of something and then they just think, oh no, not me. Okay, what is happening tonight? There. So that should not have been that difficult. There. Okay. Let's do some chords here. Okay. I'm going to go back one more. And I'm going to take my paper snips, or not my paper snips, my rubber snips. These used to be rubber snips. And I'm going to put that out of the way. I'm going to put those there. And you know what I'm going to grab? Bear with me. As soon as I find them in my treasures. Oh, these are yellow hearts. Oh, we have pink hearts. We can use pink hearts. So these are adhesive back hearts and flowers. I think these come with the B set. Take your pick tool. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use my spatula. I'm going to use my spatula. Are you guys still there? Am I losing comments and not even realizing it? Okay, definitely helped. Okay, so there is activity out there. There are people out there. It's so hard sometimes to know. Okay, this is not helping me. Okay. I still don't love it. I'm not going to lie to you. I still don't love it. But that's okay because I think it's just the color combination because these are not my colors. Okay. All right. Let's go do the next card. I'm going to leave the one that I think we're going to like the most till the end. And I'm going to bring these papers in more for the next one. Okay. So this one I'm going to use has Berry Burst as the card base. Berry Burst, right? I love Berry Burst. And then I'm going to use white. And then I'm going to use Translucent Floral. Right? Is this paper not incredibly stunning? So this one, I'm going to go 1, 2, and 3. So I actually like it closer together. I think it really does depend on, I love Berry Burst. I think it depends on the papers that you're using too. Okay, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to show you the one I didn't finish so then you can kind of see what I mean. But I can put these out farther. I think it's that paper. Not a good pattern to put on that. Because even if I spread this out a little bit more, it still looks okay. But for this one, I'm going to bring them in a little bit more. So this is the whole beauty of this, right? You do not have to do things a specific way, right? Because there's not a right or wrong to any of this because nobody knows what your card was supposed to look like. Isn't this a beautiful combination, Kathy? I know, I love it. And honestly, this Translucent Floral, I didn't get the stamp set to go with it, and I wasn't even sure about the paper until I thought, okay, I'll get the paper. I love it. Like, I absolutely love it. So I'm going to move these away. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put let's go ahead and glue the white piece down because we can do that part very simply. So we know we're going to like this one. And I'll show you the other one. Yeah, the other one, Sprinna, is the pattern, I think, on it. It's kind of a weird, it's not my jam by any means. This one is definitely 100% more. I always start with the one that I think we're not going to like the most. Because I think we all kind of think alike. So now this one, I'm going to build a little differently. Right? So, you know how I told you, start with A and B? Yeah, I'm going to go against myself in saying that. And I'm going to go ahead and do the center. Like this. Again, remembering though, friends, that liquid glue. Hi, Lynn. How are you? I love this paper, so bright and cheerful. It is very, very bright and cheerful. I absolutely love this paper. It just, you know, on gloomy days and just like, bleh, this one makes me smile. And I think we all need to smile sometimes. And the color, like the color combination, the Berry Burst with the Pretty Peacock. Oh, like, look at this already. Totally night and day compared to this one. Right? I know. Okay. Ooh, I'm getting super dizzy. Okay, so now an element. I'm thinking something like that. Right? Now, if I had my die cutting machine here, you know what, I would layer it, I would do all the things, right? I don't have it here, so I'm just going to let her be. But this one, I was thinking, you're in my thoughts today. What do you think about that one? This one is way more my style too, Kathy. Honestly, that first one is not me. Not my color combination. It's not, yeah, just not my thing. Do I want this one as you're in my thoughts today, or do I want this one as a birthday or a thank you? You guys can pick, and I'm going to go with whichever one majority rules. I'm just going to make sure I'm not missing any comments here because my screen does not automatically scroll up. So I need to know, what sentiment do we want for this? Do we want it as a, I'm thinking you're in my thoughts today, as a birthday, as thank you? And I know it takes a second. Just trying to make it through the days. I can imagine, honey. I've been thinking about you. Birthday and birthday. Okay. Birthday and birthday. Okay. Birthday and birthday. Friends. Hang on. Okay, so here we have a couple options. Now we have a couple options. I like You're in My Thoughts because it fits for anything. That's so true. We have a couple happy birthdays. We have Let's Eat Cake. Or we have Hooray, It's Your Day. Well, like, let's be honest, that's not all I have, but these are the ones we're going to focus on. I do like the You're in My Thoughts today because I do feel like you could use that for anything. Right? Just responding to a message. Go to greetings. Go to greetings. Okay, I'm on go to greetings. Now I've got to be careful here because some of these are obviously too small and some of them are too big. That one would just fit. I don't know if we can use this one. Thoughts today. Go to greetings. I think, you know what, guys? I think I'm going to go against the grain tonight. Ask your opinion and then do whatever I want anyway, right? I'm going to go with this one. You're in my thoughts today. And the reason I want to do that is because, yeah, none going to fit. Nope. I think I'm going to do this one because, you know what, honestly, I feel like you could use this for birthday. I feel like you could just use it for, hey, I just want to lift you up. I feel like you could use it for, like, just a variety of things. I think Kathy's really right on that one. I really like this one. So I think we'll do You're in My Thoughts today. And then I'll just leave the inside blank. Just because that way you can just use it for whatever, right? So I'm sorry for asking for your opinion and then not listening to your opinion. I try not to do that, but I just feel like this one is a really great option. Okay, using my glass mat, right, to line up my stamps. Okay, so now you can help me pick the color. Do we want Berry Burst? Do we want Pretty Peacock? That's Calypso Coral, I think. Oh, that may not be Calypso. Yeah, no, I think that is Calypso Coral. Or there's a green. Which green is that? I'm not sure. Or we could do, that might be Blackberry Bliss. So we need to pick a color combination. Berry Burst, what is Pretty Peacock? Pull the Pretty Peacock. Okay, let's go pull the Pretty Peacock right here. Pretty Peacock, Berry Burst, Berry Burst. Well, now we have a 50-50. We need a tiebreaker. Honestly, I think either one of these would be amazing. I'm thinking Pretty Peacock because it's got a lot of Berry Burst to it already. That's what I'm thinking. However, I'm not sure if my Berry Burst... Oh, jeepers. I told the ladies today, do not press hard on the ink pads because they're very juicy. And then what did I just do? I pushed really hard on the ink pad. That was very juicy. Yeah, that was not very smart of me, was it? My apologies. Okay, let's try this again. Because some of my ink pads are very dry for some reason. I don't know what the heck's going on with them. But this is not one of them. No, my friends, it's not. Okay, here we go. So here's my element. I'm going to pull in the Pretty Peacock. And my block is dirty, so this is great. My blocks need to have a bath. You're in my thoughts today. Oh. Hang on. Hang on. I got pieces flying everywhere. Oh, look how pretty this is. Right? So simple. So simple. Okay, we're going to put some dimensionals on this. You know we are putting some dimensionals on this. Okay, dimensionals. Oh, I just had a thought that I glued this all down the wrong way. Yep. Okay, but wait, we can't be done just yet. We need to add, oh my gosh, I gotta clean off my desk. That was on my list of things to do today that I did not get done, but. So we're gonna take your pick tool. Excuse me, I am losing my voice again. Bling. So simple yet so pretty, right, Lynn? I agree. I'm at the point where I love simple. I just feel like you could use this for so much more. Right? Okay. So that's card number 2. Let's do, here, I'll show you this one while we're here. So this was one I did with the artistic, is this called Artistic Impressions? I can't remember. And this too, I didn't finish it. This was my one that I was like, okay, is this going to work? So like I would just put something like that on it. Maybe some sprigs or something, right? But, so that was my card that inspired me. All right. So last week, we know we had such controversy over the wild wheat, right? And wild wheat is one of those love-hate colors. You either love it or you hate it. We're starting to get to the okay, it's okay stage with some, but it's always funny to me how many people like it and how many people don't. So to keep with the trend of last week, I thought let's do one with Very Vanilla as our base. And then wild wheat. Okay. Now, let me see here. Let's go 1, 2, and 3. You know what? I'm realizing this is actually very vanilla, and I cut out white. So this could be fun. So what am I doing here? What do you think? Do you love it? Okay. So this, my friends, is spaced out differently than the others, right? So this one is much more evenly spaced out. So you're seeing more of the wild wheat underneath. So I'm going to take my glue. And this one, I'm going to start with the middle. So I just want to show you that it really does not matter where you start your gluing from. I want you to do what's comfortable and what makes sense. And if you're using liquid, you're going to be fine, right? I would love it if there was no wild wheat. Okay, so I will use wild wheat as a gold. I think I've told you guys this before, but on its own, no. I 110% agree with you all. It's ugly on its own. It truthfully is. You put it with the right color combination and it's beautiful, right? You just have to pair it properly. It's like a good bottle of wine, right? Oh, the artistic impressions, or the what's it called? Fitting, or translucent florals. I'm terrible with names. Like some days I don't even know if I know my own name. Like truthfully, like words are very hard anymore. I'm not even kidding you. Colleen, hello. Okay. So here we go. Now I'm going to put the wild wheat. You know me, I never do anything consistently, right? I should have put this down first. But I didn't. Like, what the heck? Now here's the problem, friends. This is very vanilla, and I've cut out white. Oh, the floral DSP. Yes, it is translucent floral. Is beautiful, 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 beautiful. And I only ordered one pack, actually, Lynn, to be quite honest, which is odd for me. It's, I usually order like 3 packs or more. But look at how elegant this is. Like, I don't even have an element on it yet. It's so pretty. So pretty. And I'm sorry, but the wild wheat pulls in the gold. I know there's some real controversy over that, but I'm telling you, friends, I'm going to pull something in here. Oh, that's not what I want. This one here. I'm going to pull this in because I want to show you. Is this Pretty Peacock? Maybe I'm like pulling in the wrong color. Oh no, this is Pretty Peacock in gold. Right? It might be a little bit thick and chunky for this card, maybe. But this ribbon too. So if you're coming to the lavender class, this is the ribbon that we are using on to tie the portfolio closed. So it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Here is my problem now, friends. I'm not going to have the right element for this one. Cut. Oh, poopy, poopy, poop. I have this, but it's very, very small. Actually, somebody cut the wrong piece today during class, and it would look nice here. Okay, you guys are gonna have to hang on for 30 seconds. I'm running out into the other room to grab something because we're gonna heat and bus. That's what we're gonna do. So give me 30 seconds. Okay, who wants to heat emboss? What do you think of that? And if we heat emboss it in gold, do you think we can make that happen? What do you think? If I can find my gold. I've lost my gold embossing powder. Huh. I've got some really old ones. Always heat embossing. Personally, I would use 2 layers of very vanilla embossing one and leave out wild wheat since just can't do it. I know dozens of people say it pulls gold, but I don't see it. And I promise you it does. In person, it really does. It does. I know. It's... Oh, Kathy, honey, you make me laugh. Okay, so we're heat embossing. What am I heat embossing, friends? What words? Am I heat embossing? Happy birthday, thinking of you. You name it. You tell me what are my heat embossing here. I've got a really, really old... I don't know where my gold embossing powder went. I've got a really, really old one here, but I'm worried it may not work. That's weird. I don't know what happened. Now, keeping in mind, this piece here is small. Thinking of you. Okay. Hang on. Hang on. Where's my go-to readings? Go-to readings right here. That'll just fit, but I think we can make it work. I think we can make this work. If I can get my eye on it, we'd be doing just great. Right here, thinking of you. Thinking of... Oh, that is way too big. Oh, I don't know what the heck I was thinking there. Somebody's saying thank you. Diane's saying thank you. These I don't think are going to work because I think these are too big. I have to put those to the side. It's not like I only have like these stamps. Like, let's be honest. You know what? I think this would look really nice. Ooh, I think that would look really nice. Or just a note. I'm thinking this thank you would be super cute. Let's do it. Let's do it. Just like Nike. Okay. So we're going to heat emboss. Ooh, I am like very, very dizzy today, and I hope that's not a sign that my vertigo is coming back. Okay, I'm going to fingers crossed that this embossing powder works, because I have no blippity blip idea where my new gold went. I put it someplace safe. Okay, so we're ready? Okay, embossing buddy. Embossing buddy. Versamark. Oh boy, not that Versamark. That one needs to go right in the garbage is where that one needs to go. Let's go up here. I use that one to do, you know, that block technique, the ice. Block ice. That's what it's called. I'm like the ice one, you know, block ice. Okay, let's use my mat. Okay. Versamark. Thank you. Okay. Now, fingers crossed, friends, that this gold embossing powder works. Oh, looks okay. This makes me mad. I have no idea where my other one is. because I kept them together. Oh, not bad. Not bad. Okay, let's heat this baby up. Ready? Let me put my ink pad cover on. Let's move this out of the way so I don't blow that around. Ready? Here we go. Moment of truth. There it goes. Okay, I noticed as I was heat embossing that I have a little speckle down here. Anyway, it's fine. We'll figure it out. Okay. And look, I actually stamped it so it lines up. Bravo me, bravo me. All right. So we're always using the edges of our dimensionals too, correct? There we go. And it's Monday night, so do we know what Monday night means, friends? Oh, okay, let's do this. Monday night means it's sister chat night, apparently. Cindy's on video, so let's all just jump on for her chat. Shoot. I'm not having a good stamping night tonight, though. I gotta tell you, I'm not gonna lie. There. Okay. Oh, that was stressful. Are we still here? Did I lose you? Anybody? Am I talking to myself? I never know with this internet sometimes. It's like, I think it's working, and then all of a sudden it's like, nope. Nobody's out there. There you go. Here. Looks good. Okay, perfect. You guys are here. Okay, so this is the last one. Yes, I love the embossing angle. Can you see that? Ooh, look at that. So beautiful. You see my boo-boo? That's okay. I'm not going to stress about it. Oh, hi, Becky. Did I see Becky jump on? I maybe did earlier. Okay, we know what time it is right now. What time is it? If you've ever watched Tim the Toolman Taylor, he does the, what time is it? Well, it's kind of the same thing. So, how many of you are going to try this card? Because I see some of you did do last week's. I'm just trying to get all my embossing powder out. This is my favorite. You know what? I think this one's my favorite too, actually. It's going to be a hard choice tonight for me. Because I definitely know I don't like the first one. Okay, I think we're in consensus about that one. But we're going to vote on it anyway. Because, you know, sometimes, just when you think, just need a different background. Laugh out loud. I always have great intentions. Yeah, I know. You know what? I think we all have those great intentions because if you're like me, I think, oh, yeah, I'm going to do that. And then, yeah, I never do. It's called life, Sandra. It's called life. And that's okay. If that's the worst thing that happens, you're doing okay. All right, here we go. Let me get my mess out of the way here so we can have some decent viewing area. Ugh. Okay. My desk looks like a tornado just touched. Okay, so here's this one. So 3, we'll take this one out. Oh, I don't know. Friends, I'm liking number 2 as well. Right? 1, 2, 3. So we need to vote. And I'm going to get a sip of water because I am so thirsty today. I'm really tied between these two. And I think I like 1 and 2 first. Okay, here we go. So Pamela says 3. Kathy says 2, 3, and 1. 2, 3, 1. I think if I did this one again, I would maybe fix it a little bit. Like spread, I don't know, spread it out a bit. I'm not sure. Okay, where did I leave off? Becky says 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, so I think we're both tied around this one. No, like it's not pretty. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. It's not pretty, right? This one, the colors are just, oh, my heart, right? And this one is just elegant. It's just elegant. I could have, like, maybe not even added this layer. No, I think it needs it. Laren says 2, 3, and 1. Lynn says 2, 3, and 1. Yeah, I think 2, 3, 1 is like the winner tonight. Awesome. All right, friends. So did you enjoy that? I have got such a mess on my desk. Like something terrible. So somebody keeps sharing videos with me on TikTok and I have no idea who that is. I think it might be my sister, but I'm not sure. I'm almost afraid to open them because I don't know if they're a scam or virus or... But I'm sure the person probably thinks I'm ignoring them. All right. I think it's your background on 1. You know what I think it is, Lynn? Yeah, it could be the background, actually. Yeah, maybe it needs a lighter color background. I think it's this paper. And it's too spread apart or something. Okay, perfect. All right, so do not forget that there's a new video dropping Wednesday morning at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time if I get it posted tonight and scheduled to launch. So be sure to check it out. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so. If you have not registered for classes, virtual or in person, please do so as soon as possible because I'm going to be ordering product ASAP because it seems to be taking a little while to get product right now. I'm not sure what's happening. So yes, so thank you for joining me. I hope you're having a fantastic night. I hope you have a fantastic week. And we will chat with you very, very soon. All right. Bye, everybody.